waifus. What's up, guys? Let me know if you can hear me good. Hear me well. Audio. Looks like my levels are good, so just let me know. Wow, that is slow. All right. Hello to everybody that's joined me so far. J Biggs, Sardonic Pickle, Terminator Juice if you're still there. Surreal Entertainment. I know you're busy right now, so I don't know how you're going to be able to completely watch or listen. Um, but I wanted to, as you can see, up my visual value as far as my live streams go. Because I want to do more live streams. And this one in particular, we're going to be looking at this alpha for a game that's coming out called Clive and Wrench. Some of you guys might have heard of it. It was a game slated to come out for the Wii U back in the day. It was one of those games, one of those what do you call it? Platforming games. You know, the return to form platforming games, like a Banjo Kazooie. And this one is really like Banjo Kazooie. I played it a little bit, and you know, it's a buddy character 3D platformer, so it's pretty cool. And it was supposed to come out for Wii U, and they canceled it, and they said they're working on um, getting it, a version of it for the NX. That was at the time. Now it's the Switch, obviously, and I'm pretty sure they haven't confirmed it yet or anything like that. But I'm pretty sure that it's gonna be on the Switch at some point. But they're working on, you know, Steam versions and whatnot. So what we got here? New York up in here. Yep, yep. Let's see. Hold on 1 second, dudes. All right, guys, sorry about that. I am back. Please understand that I am a husband and a father. So from time to time, I may have to take short breaks. My kids are actually in the pool right now, so I may have to stop um, periodically to make sure they're doing all right. All right, Sardonic Pickle. What's the game called again? It's called Clive and Wrench. It is a game about, well, it's a 3D platformer, like I said, and it's a buddy platformer. So there's a rabbit named Clive and his buddy companion, which is a monkey named Wrench. So, and he's in a backpack, so very similar to Banjo Kazooie, obviously. And like I said, the game is in alpha right now. It's an alpha build. You can go. I should have had a link ready. You can download this actually for yourself right to your PC and check out their alpha. I'm not sure if it's still up. It might be. I know it was timed, so I'm not sure if it's still up or not. Ooh, look at you living it up with a pool. Yeah, gotta have a pool in old sunny Florida. So, let's see. I'm guessing the crew of Clive and Wrench will announce when it'll come to Switch to avoid the game being labeled a kick scammer. I'm sure they will. I mean, same thing happened with what's the game? Ukulele, right? Ukulele was supposed to come out on Wii U. Then they canceled it. I don't think they said right away. I don't remember. They said right away it was coming to the Switch, but if it's going to go to a console, it's definitely going to be the Switch. I'm not really worried about that. They just don't want to say anything right now because they're a small little team and they're working on making sure the I don't know if it's Steam or not. I think it's Steam. That version comes out first and there's no problems, and then they'll worry about the porting and all that kind of stuff. So I'm giving them benefit of the doubt. So, and I mean, this game it fits right at home on a Nintendo console. I don't see any way it's not coming at some point. So yeah, I don't have the link. I have my setup here. I don't really want to mess with it too much. So if you guys just look up Clive, I'll show you real quick here because we're gonna get into the game. Here we are. All right, so I didn't notice this at first. This is like the alpha screen, startup screen. As you see, it says Clive and Wrench there, and I'm pretty sure they're being jokey, obviously, with the other games in the background. They're acting like they're working on these other games. So you have Spiral the dinosaur, which is obviously a play on Spyro, the dragon. I don't know what the one-eyed thing is. The Spiral again. Jeff and Dexter is obviously Jack and Daxter. So they know what's going on. They're pretty hip to the other platformers, and I'm gonna lose my mic. They know they wanted their influences to come from those games, and that's why they're pointing that stuff out in this little splash screen here. But yeah, so we're just gonna go ahead and get into it. What is this? Okay, I don't see what the problem there is. That's weird. All right, and then we're just gonna, I'm gonna mess around in the game a little bit, and then we'll talk current gaming events, right? So, all right, I'm playing with my beautiful Rock Candy 360 controller, wired, because it's the easiest one. I know there's ways to sync the other Pro controller and all kinds of stuff. I think that's only for Steam though, but I haven't synced up like my Xbox One controller or anything like that. This is the safest bet, so my battery doesn't die because it's obviously plugged in. So there's that. So let's go ahead and get this party started. Whoa. Let me know how you guys feel about the audio here. I don't have it going through my desktop because I don't know, I couldn't figure it out for some reason. I'll work on that next time. So the audio is actually coming through my mic, so let me know what do you guys think about the audio for the game. Makes me look like a Bond villain. Good. I just realized this screen goes really good with my live stream template here. Nice colors. All right, so let's get it going. Oh, maybe want to click on the. There we go. Just gonna go ahead and let the opening intro play. Dinosaur Bites is the company. Active development such this alpha build demo does not reflect the game's final quality. Nothing is final, everything is subject to change. The demo only supports controllers, keyboard, mouse support. Coming soon. Bugs and glitches are to be expected. You are more than welcome to stream or create videos around this demo, but please make the alpha state as clear as possible. Yes, this is an alpha game, or it's an alpha state. So I played a little bit. There is a little bit of alpha jank, but it's pretty solid already. So if you'd like to access more levels as well as private Discord, development updates, and more, support the game on Patreon. So they are on Patreon and they're accepting support. So patreon.com/Clive and Wrench. Thank you for playing, Rob. All right. What's up, Boom Tendo? Thanks for joining. This very much reminds me of like Conker's Bad Fur Day. Yeah, it's got really nice visuals. Sardonic. And I'm not running it at like a crazy high setting or anything. I think I have it just above medium settings. Nothing too crazy. I just don't want to mess with all that right before I get on a stream, so just in case something went wrong. Yeah, it reminds me a lot of Conker's Bad Fur Day. There's your splash screen, Clive and Wrench. You guys can't really see that. Let me get rid of myself for a second, just so you can see what it looks like. A little logo. I like the logo. Reminds me of those old school 90s platformers. Thank you, Terrell. I'm glad you like the layout. If only it was composed by Grant Kirkhope. True that. It's not bad though. It's got some memorable tunes. Let's get started. here we are. And show you guys a lay of the land here. This is the hub area. And this is a protagonist, Clive, and you can see Wrench hanging off the side of him there. Pretty cool. You know, I love my cartoony 3 platformers. So that's a good look at them. And so you have all these different areas. Middle age crisis. I mean, it's nice, you know, puns type of humor, kind of dry humor. What is that? Ice Ceratops. What's this one here? Corsair's Cove, which reminds me of Banjo-Kazooie. Hair Today, Gone Tomorrow. The Chimp, the Bag, and the Bunny. Ancient Grease Trap. A Grave Mistake. Tempest Tunes. Cajun Mob. What's that? Cajun Mob Dog? Oh, see the camera. Oh, there we go. Little jank. Let's try that again. Yeah, Cajun Mob Dog. Hold on, guys. 1 second. All right. Be right back. All right. All right. Sorry about that, guys. Like I said, I'm a dad, so these things happen. All right. Where was I? Oh, that's weird. Where's my cursor? Okay. All right. So, like I said, there's all these different worlds. Not all of them are open. I'm not sure if this is all the worlds in the game. We're gonna do Bunny I Shrunk the Chimp, which is obviously a play on Honey I Shrunk the Kids. Yeah, making sure my audio was working. All right. So let me see what this person who's calling my name. You can hear him. She keeps saying Clive, Wrench, Clive, which is both of our names. So let's see what she has to say. I'm not quite sure what's happened. Time is even funkier than usual. Looks like 2 worlds are open with nothing in between. Well, we better test them out before I missed the rest. Before they're gone, or I don't know. All right, so I believe, well, I know Bunny I Shrunk the Chimp is working, and I believe it's the Wild West one that's also working. But we're gonna do Bunny I Shrunk the Chimp. It's pretty funny. So before we get in, I'll show you the moves. He has a double jump. He can swing. He can wrench around, which gives him a floating kind of ability. There's a attack where he takes wrench and slams him into people. I don't know. I just wouldn't be friends with Banjo-Kazooie or Banjo or Clive or nothing like that when they use you as a weapon. It's kind of messed up. Yeah, rabbit with a monkey. Boom, Tendo. All right, so let's go ahead and get in here. And there's all kinds of little things like Ceratops boulders. There's all kinds of little jokes. You collect these. I believe they give you extra life. Once you get 100, I'm not sure. Actually, I think maybe you use them to buy things in game. There's a little one of those Cheerio things. So here we are in somebody's room. We are tiny. Oh, I think that's an enemy. Oh, I got hit. All right, I got hit twice. Really like the visuals in this game. Pretty cool. My son Max is coming in. What's up?
Hi, Daddy.
Nobody. All right. So let's mess around a little bit. Double jump. You can grab on ledges. Like I said, this is an alpha build, so it's a little wonky here and there. But again, expect it. And so here you go. Here's a little in joke. Bad Breath Day. That's obviously a play on Bad for a Day Conquers, Bad for a Day. But the games themselves look like PS1 games. So I guess they're homaging PS1 as well as N64 at the same time. So there's that. Alright, so there's a little framey hiccups. I'm not sure if that could just be the stream itself, because I don't remember too much frame rate stuff. But again, it is in the alpha build. I have to keep saying that. I like levels like this. Unitar rings. I'm gonna jump on this record player here. Very cool. There's all kinds of little in jokes and whatnot around this room. That's where I came in, right? Yeah, so let's go back. I don't think I can get over there from here. You have to go all the way around, I believe, to get up there, but this is pretty cool. They got me right in the nostalgia feels, says Boomtendo. Yeah. Lots of cool stuff in here. And I'm pretty sure most of the levels will be, if not all of them, will be referencing. Look at that, VHS on the ground, the mainframe rebooted. I'm guessing that's a play on the Matrix. That's what's on there. That's nice. Classic Monarch. All right, let's get up here. I mean, there's pretty good detail here. Ugh. Camera's messing with me again. All right. So what's this here? I'm not sure what this is referencing. It seems like some kind of Disney movie. Oh, I didn't know I could knock that over. How about that? Yep. Didn't break. What's this says? Define Bluetooth gladiatorial recruits. Maybe gladiator? I don't know. There's another VHS. I'm betting there's something on top of this TV. Oh. Can't get up there from here. I have to go around. There we go. Robot enemies. Now here we go. Looks like PS2 style cases here and PS1. They're calling it the gray box, which is obviously what the PS1 was. And gray box 2.0. So that's funny. What's this? Scratch 21. Alright. Why can't I grab the ledge? Okay. So I'm gonna go sliding off. Yeah, so like I said, there's some jank with the controls a little bit. The camera. It didn't give me this much trouble last time I played, though. I don't know what's going on. All right, so let's see if I can get up here. Nope, not. Can't get up there from there. Why am I having so much trouble with this? Oh, okay, I remember now how you get over there. Okay. All right, so the camera is fighting me because I'm in the corner here. so let's... I should be able to grab onto that. Whoa. There we go. Alright, so just like Mario 64, you get a little somersault. Here we go. That looks special. Alright, and then you can get on there from here. Like I said, you do the double jump. Oh no, I hit the wrong button. Ah. I hit the attack button. Now the camera's stuck up there for some reason. There we go. Now we're grabbing the ledge like we're supposed to. Alright, I could see this being something on the PS1, but it plays like something N64. Fly from the inside. Nesquik. Oh yeah, I don't know why I even think about that. Nesquik, it does remind me of the Nesquik bunny. Oh no! Climb! Alright, let's not mess around over there anymore. I don't think there's anything too big over there. We're gonna go ahead and go to the next room. What is going on? Alright. Jank. Alpha Jank. Let's try that again. Somersault. Where are you? Alright, let's try it. Now. Oh wait, is that it right there? Oh yeah, there it is. Looks like a PS2. Alright, let's try it again from here. There we go. There we go. Alright, into the next area. Alright, now we're in the kitchen area. Well, this is the actual game. This is the actual level, I should say. That was kind of a lead up, kind of a area. And I believe these coins are the main, kind of like stars or puzzle pieces. Watches are are a visual representation of the tears in time and space. Tears, recklessly caused by darkness. Simply pick them up, patch them continuum. So the watches are very important. Has something to do with time and space being messed with. I guess the antagonist has something to do with that. Be careful, looks like enemies ahead. Some of them have patrol route, some can fly, others even fire projectiles. Almost all of them can be defeated with a quick spin attack. Now, one thing I do notice in this alpha is that dialogue boxes go by, so you got to read it pretty quickly, unless you want to, and it cuts itself off. So you want to read it, you got to start it over again. So no, I'm not gonna be able to get that way. So let's go over here because I didn't really. There's another one of those coins, and it looks like there's 10 in this level. As you can see, I got 2 of 10. Let's see what that says. These ancient stones are what I have assumed. Supposedly they possess great power. So they're not coins, they're stones, I guess. Opening boss doors. Okay. So when you get in corners, you start dealing with wonky camera issues, which is pretty typical. And again, this is the alpha, so I'm sure they'll clean a lot of that up. Alright. Carrot cake, feeling groggy. This should be pep you up, so that's the health. Alright, so let's get up on this table. Nuts and bolts. Oh, I made it. We're grabbing ledges again. Good. Alright, there's some kind of bee enemy. Oh no, that's a NPC. Hello there, young man. Can you help? I was teaching my kids to fly when my wing got damaged by the awful purple elixir. Please, if you find them, you let them know. So I'm guessing you have to find his 5 kids or something. Very typical 3D platformer stuff. And you'll get a stone for doing it, is my guess. Alright, gift matches. Alright. Oh, there we go, getting stuck again. I mean, that is one heck of a somersault when it works. Try to. Oh. There we go. There's one of the kids. So, you know, if you think of Banjo-Kazooie, it's like Jinjos. You gotta collect the 5 Jinjos to get a to get a puzzle piece. So let's try to do a somersault jump. Ah! Come on. Thought I nailed that. I just slid right off the side there. Yeah, and this isn't the best controller. So I'm sure that has something to do with it as well. Alright, so let's try this again. We can make this jump. Oh! Wrong button again. Stop hitting the attack button. That's the propeller button. Oh my goodness. Alright, let's do this right now. Alright, here we go. Oh, there's one down in the chair. Don't want to leave that. My OCD won't let me leave that one little. Alright, here we go. This pencil was not helping either. There we go. It's my own fault. I was pressing the wrong button to float. Go, T, go. Alright, so let's trigger this. And that opens up the vent. So, like, I mean, it's, you know, I like the game. I think it has a lot of potential. I'll work on some of these. Obviously, it's an alpha build, so I feel like this does something other than just drip, but I guess I'm wrong. All right, so let's go collect this. And you get, I mean, you get a long float. I don't know if they're going to keep it that way, but as long as you're in the air, you're spinning this thing around, so you can float as far as you want. Oh, that hurts. Oh, that purple liquid is not good for your health. Let's see if we can find some. Are you just gonna stay there? Nope. See if we can find some more carrot cake before I move on. Probably some up there. How do I get up there? Am I able to grab on these handles? Oh, There's that camera again. Get out of my way. Stop getting in my way, camera. No. I don't think it's... Or maybe if I... go this way. I hit the wrong button again. It's Xbox, man. Xbox controller. Why are you doing that? Stop doing that. Oh, there's something back here. Slice of pizza. The new Bubsy looks awesome. I would think this is better than Bubsy. No! Stop. Let's try that again. I know I can make this jump. I know I can. I guess I can't. Alright, moving on. It's getting boring. Alright, don't hit the purple stuff. And you collect these keys. And they open something. Some enemies are sneaky. You can normally figure out when they're near from audio or context clues. Alright, there's one of them, I guess. Yeah, I heard him. Alright. Oh! Almost got burned. Oh, I'm almost dead. Hopefully I can find some carrot cake before I get hit. Alright. Let's see. Oh no, I don't want to fall. Okay, good. Alright, let go. There's gotta be some carrot cake in here. Come on. Give me some carrot cake. What are you doing? Just sitting there?
Yeah.
You enjoying the game?
Yeah.
What in the world is that?
Dynamite?
Alright, so I gotta see if I can get through these guys without getting killed. Oh, he ran right into me. How perfect. Alright, let's see if I can... Oh, there's a checkpoint. Let's get to that checkpoint. Really? Nope, that's not gonna do it. Stop swinging. Alright, let's do it from over here. Maybe that'll be easier. TP! Alright, we made the checkpoint. So that's good. Wow, they sure spread this carrot cake out. I don't see any anywhere. So I don't know if you take fall damage because I've fallen from pretty high areas. And, oh crap. Oh, come on! Keep forgetting to hit that helicopter button. Come on, don't do that. This camera is really something else right now. Alright, there we go. We made it. Oh, a chip for me? Mmm. Delicious. This is my daughter Marley. And now I'm really stuck. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. Get out of there. It's getting a headache. Alright, here we go. It's really hard to get the camera to... It's like I'm fighting with it. When you get behind something, it gets really wonky. I'm sure this is one of the things they'll fix. Although most switches are simply pressed, sometimes they need a little more coercion. I don't think you spell coercion like that. I think her character is like kind of a Southern belle, so she has kind of an accent. I think that's what they're going for with that spelling. All right, let's see if we can get over here with no trouble. All right, here we go. Oh, I just died. The place is flooded now. So what happened there? Sardonic says, "Hello, Marley. I hope I spelled that right. You did." What game is this? Asks Crazy Old School. This game is called Clive and Wrench. This is the alpha build I'm playing here. I don't have the link to where you can go download it, but you can go download it yourself and give it a go. Just look up Clive and Wrench. It's right at the bottom of the screen. Oh, you can't see it. Hold on a second. It's being covered up by my template here. So let me, there. Clive N, like the letter N, as you can see there, and wrench. So. All right. Oh, I gotta click back on here. I can't move my camera. There we go. All right. So the bathtub is flooded, and there is. Oh, now I found a piece of carrot cake. I don't need it now because I died already. But this is cool. I like the water effects. There's pizza everywhere in this game, or at least on this level. Pizza in the tub. There's pizza in the, where was it? The vents, the ventilation system. Alright, so somebody likes pizza. I wonder if I can climb up this. No, doesn't seem like I can. So what I guess I gotta do is somersault, grab on, and then this camera, and then double jump. There we go. Big old sponge. I'm not exactly sure what triggered the flood, but during that animation I got killed, which is not fair. So that's something they gotta fix as well. Alright, so let's go over here to this sink. Oh, I missed something there. I wonder if I can get in there from there. Let's try that one more time. Up. There we go. Alright, so let's try that again. Maybe if I somersault into a jump and hit that ledge. Nope. Ah, this camera is killing me. And look, it's just like stuck now. I have to manually try to bring it back in. Alright, let's get out of there. And it keeps like wanting to do some first person stuff. Alright. We can make this jump, I think. Somersault. And go, 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 go. There we go. We made it. Alright. So I'm going for that shelf. Nice. Knees and toes instead of head and shoulders. There's a key in here, so that's somewhat important. I don't know if there's anything down there. Just a piece of carrot cake. Not worth the trouble of going down there and getting stuck, so let's move on. Alright, so let's see if I can do a nice somersault. And make it onto the towel here. Yeah! Cool. Yeah, once they fix all the bugs, it will be on Switch. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this game's coming to Switch. This game was supposed to come to Wii U. I don't know if you heard that earlier. It was slated to come out for Wii U. Obviously, it needed more work, and they were still working on it. And the Wii U passed away during that time, so they had to move it on. A lot of projects that happen, especially with some of these indie projects. There we go. You found it. Sorry that you don't re-enter the time stream with the time machine, but you just improve on the prototype while Dawkins is still at large. Alright, so there it is. This is the main thing I needed to grab. So I probably should have done a little bit more research to see what the story of the game was, or what the story of the game is. But it has to do with time stuff. Somebody messing with the time traveling or whatnot. But yeah, so as you can see, it still needs work. Clive, she keeps calling for Clive. And I think the only other world that's open is the Wild West. Yeah, everything else is closed. So this obviously has a Wild West theme. I think this dude's gonna blast at me. Yep, and he got me. But I got him. I'm pretty sure he just stays there. I don't think they're gonna do, yeah. Yeah, he's just, I just could kick him all around the place. Yeah. He doesn't go away. Gotta love those ragdoll physics. Alright. Alright, here we go. Alright. So I guess every level has like a sub-level, like a hub area. Again, very much like Banjo-Kazooie, where there's a little area outside of the level, much smaller than this game, where you get kind of the theme before you go into the actual level itself. It's pretty cool. I like this a lot. Go. All right. And I'm the type of gamer that looks everywhere for everything that I can find, and a lot of people aren't like that. And so watching me play games sometimes can be boring. But that's just my OCD. When it comes to playing video games, I have to look everywhere. I may still miss stuff, but I'm gonna try to go places that maybe I'm not supposed to go. Alright, speaking of go, where do I go? Obviously not through here. Not through there. Where is the entrance to the world? I'm clearly missing something. teabag. Oh yeah, Lake Link. I don't know, because I just pre-ordered. What's the game? They had a few copies left, and I jumped on that, and I didn't see. I don't know. Whenever the pre-orders come up, maybe I'll do it for Double Switch. I don't want to miss that. But I don't know. I don't jump on those as much because those are games that I already own. Where is the entrance to this? Did I miss something? All right, that's where I came in. Or is it? Yeah, that's the hub world. Oh, up there. Haha! I did miss it. I jumped right by it. There we go. I don't know if I'll try to finish this one or not, but I just wanted to kind of show you guys this game. And then we'll get into discussion stuff. The chimp, the bag, and the bunny. The good, the bad, and the ugly. Obviously, there's play on that. So this game is very self-aware. Has movie references, other game references. I appreciate that kind of stuff in games. You're blasting. I want to knock you right off, but I'm just going to push you. Bye. All right. I don't know, man. This Xbox controller is not built for 3D platformers. Xbox 360. All right. I know I can make that if I somersault. I don't think I have to somersault, but... Oh, I grabbed it. Nice. Oh, I guess I could have... guess I'll go back across when I get over there. So... Yeah, this whole live streaming game stuff is not a thing for me. Well, I didn't think it would be because I'm more of a pay attention to what's going on around me, and it's kind of hard to do that when you're talking and live streaming and doing 100 other things. So where should I go first? I guess across hit. Oh my goodness! See, it wants to go into this first-person mode on its own. What happened to you, bruh? I didn't do that. Bye. So you guys can't hear it, but every time I jump, that makes a little hump sound, and there's an echo because I'm in the canyon. So that's a cool detail. Nice little detail. Wait, did he come back? Thought I pushed him over. I guess I get to do this again. Bye. What about your hat? Oh, I can't move the hat. It's a little 6-shooter. Nope, can't move that either. All right. So this game's solid, man. Like, obviously it needs more work. This is just the alpha build, but I like the characters. I like the in-game character. You guys probably can't hear it as well, but the music's pretty good. Wow, Rare has no idea what to do with Banjo-Kazooie. What's that? You should have put PS5 more powerful than Xbox Scarlet in the title. Then you can get 600 live viewers. Yeah. Yeah. You gotta trick, well, not trick people, but that's what people seem to be caring more about, is that stuff. Some of these podcasts aren't about games or gaming. They're more about politics. And if that's what people watch, I can't really get mad at the people who put them on. Ah, okay, so I forgot about that. The cactuses, or the cacti, do hurt you, even though they don't really have any. There's no pricks or anything like that on them. There's no thorns, cactus thorns or anything on them. So, but they do hurt you. This guy's just blasting. Can you eat? Yeah, you can eat even if you're full. Look at this horsey here. Jump on his back and use him to get up higher. So this is like an old Wild West town. Oh, there's a train. Really? I didn't know I could do that. Are you happy with that? You fine with me running into you? Alright, an ancient stone inside solid rock. Just how far back in time must this one have been lost? I'm sure this is part of the story stuff. We don't get a whole lot of that in this demo, so I'm not going to go and jump on every little thing here. You going to bring all those in here, really? Oh, what's that? Is that the cannon? Oh, you ugly. Alright, so... Oh, it shoots. Oh, I can move it. Move it. Come on. This is a little jank. Can I... Oh! Look at that. There was a key in there. Didn't do anything to that, though. That's weird. Uh-oh. Looks like I'm breaking the game. Boom. All right. Very cool, very cool. Yeah, I'm liking this game. It needs a little work, but and I've been following along with the development. Like, they have a YouTube channel, Dinosaur Bites, and they every once in a while they'll put up little videos, just show progress. So if you're interested, check out the YouTube channel. I think it's under Dinosaur Bites, which is their company name. Gonna have to shoot all these bad boys. Oh, nice. Oh, I'm missing now. Come on, right in front of me. Oh. It's kind of slow. It's a little bit of a, not lag, but. Well, I guess I can't hurt you. Gotcha. Ah, just missed. Nope, not gonna make that one. Gotcha. Yeah. Oh, they're all just down there chilling. Who's shooting? Well, that's weird. Here's some dynamite. I wonder if that plays into the game. They're just looking up their dresses, but they're snakes, so. Let's see what she has to say. Thank you both kindly. Once my sisters awaken, I shall be assuring they don't touch a drop of that awful elixir again. Okay, so I guess they were under the purple elixir. They're acting up. They're all asleep. There's another key. Alright, see the camera? It's how it's stuck right now? It gets stuck every once in a while. I'm sure these are things that are going to be worked out. And, I mean, they've got some really inventive worlds. I've seen, like I said, their videos on YouTube. They show more stuff than what's in the demo. And they're doing good work. I will buy this game on Steam and eventually Switch. I'm sure it's coming to Switch, like I said, because I like to support stuff like this. There we go. I think that's everything in there in that area. Alright, I won't do too much more in the game. See what's going on with this train over here. It's got me intrigued. I saw a train somewhere. Where'd it go? Oh, there it is. There's the tracks. I'm going back to Main Street in this hero Tar Hootin' town. Alright, Red Dead Redemption 3. Oh, somebody's blasting at me. Let me get up here before I fall off. Juice's podcast is the only one I listen to. I've tried to... What's this? Juice's podcast is the only one I listen to. I've tried others. They are meh. Oh. Well, we're glad to have you, Sardonic, obviously. Yeah, I have to agree with you, because we've actually talked about this, me and the Juices Loose dudes, about Nintendo gaming community on YouTube. And I used to listen to 2 and 3 Nintendo podcasts. Or Nintendo, at least, centric podcasts back in the day. And I was, well, it's probably more than that, probably like 4. I don't know, the game, I don't want to just put it on the Nintendo community because it's all communities, but these channels, man, there was a change that happened, and I haven't seen podcasts, I mean, outside of ours, that meaningfully talk about actually games. Most of these guys are politicking. They talk, what? So that's, he got some big lips. So he's stuck between. That's great. I love it. Come check this out. I hit this guy. Check it out, Marlins. He's stuck. There was a hanging in this old town. All right. Yeah, I haven't seen any podcasts, or not even just podcasts, but like Nintendo focused channels or that hold my interest. Everybody has seen where the bread, the butter is, the gravy train is news reporting and what are you doing? News reporting and speculation and rumors, and that's what a lot of guys do. There's not a lot of analysis. There's not a lot of like just having fun. It's gotten kind of business-like. Very, what's the word I'm looking for? Very quasi faux professional. Just not, fun channels. Doing, creative stuff. I watch news-related channels, or news channels, but I also would like more than just that, and I feel like there's not a lot of people doing that anymore, especially in the Nintendo. Well, not especially in the Nintendo community, because I came to this community mostly listening to Nintendo stuff. So my feelers aren't everywhere. But yeah, I don't know. It's just I'm gonna see if I can suicide myself. This train. See what happens. Yeah, I don't know what it is. Yeah, no, sardonic. No fans of gaming, just gaming politics, basically. Um, oh, I missed it. Of course. Let me see if I can push this guy on the tracks. See what happens. Oh, I did get hurt, so the train will hurt me. So let me see what happens to this poor guy. Sarcasm. No, don't fall. Sarcasm. That's a nice pun. Yeah, so I don't know what's going on with the community. News tubers are the now. Yeah, very true. Sardonic, very true. All right, bad latency. What did you say? If all these podcasts were about games and drama, they might be more interesting, but they'd actually have to play them. Exactly. They actually have to play these games to be able to give like real talk about them. Oh, nice. I'm about to end this game here. There you go, down the sarcasm. Oh, he just disappeared. All right. So I'm gonna. I don't know where the end of this level is. If it does end, I don't know. Because I don't see where else to go here. So we're just gonna stop it here and we'll get into discussion stuff. So yeah, that was Clive and Wrench. Well, where's my... I can't see my cursor now. I don't need it. All right. That was Clive and Wrench by Dinosaur Bites. That is their demo. Let me change my screen here. Yeah, so that's their demo. Pretty cool little game they're working on there. Like I said, they have a YouTube channel, and they have their Patreon, so go check that out. Support the Patreon. I will be doing so. I haven't done it yet, but I will be. So yeah, let's. What you guys are talking here? How is this compared to ukulele? Well, that's not fair. Says Juice. I feel like it's okay. So here's the thing: ukulele is more like banjo tooie than it is banjo kazooie, and I love banjo tooie as well. But banjo tooie, I feel like the thing is, they were like, all right, we did this, now let's just do it bigger, and that kind of happened with banjo tooie, which fared way better, and Donkey Kong Country, or what is it called? Donkey Kong 64, where it was just like these huge worlds, and there was just, everybody does the same thing to collect all. So ukulele is more in that vein than it is Banjo Kazooie. This feels more Banjo Kazooie to me, this game. So, but obviously it still needs work. It has, control issues, camera issues, all that stuff. It is an alpha build, so. But I think I will see myself liking, once all that stuff is worked out and fixed, I think I'll see myself liking this game more than ukulele. But I don't know. Who knows at this point? So let's see. Did I miss anybody's comment? Just came, so didn't see much, but looks nice. Yeah, Juan, it's a game called Clive and Wrench. It's a buddy platformer, like Ratchet and Clank, or obviously Banjo Kazooie. It's pretty cool. You can download it, I believe, because I know it was a time thing, so they may still have the alpha to download. Just go to their website, just look, Google search Clive and Wrench download. I'm sure you'll be able to find it pretty easy that way. I think that's how I found it because I couldn't find the link when I wanted to. And you can check it out yourself on PC as long as you have a PC. You can check it out. But yeah, it's pretty cool. Looking forward to the final product. It was a Wii U. It was supposed to come out for Wii U back in the day, basically when they first started working on it. So obviously that's not going to happen. So I'm pretty sure they haven't announced it officially that it's coming to Switch, but I'm pretty sure they moved development at some point to the Switch. What's up? Good. All right. So what are we going to talk about? Well, first of all, PS5. As you guys see here, I kind of upped my ante a little bit with the streaming stuff. I have a nice little template here. I don't know about my my links. I must not have linked everything properly here because it should be links to my stuff here at the top. But I'm going to be doing more streaming and stuff like that. Here's a mess. And like I said, I had a post on my YouTube channel about wanting to be more engaging with my channel and do more fun stuff. So that's my goal. So I'm pushing, as much as I can. YouTube, it's fickle, it's funny nowadays. I've talked about this before where my channel was growing pretty steadily, not huge, but steady numbers, 30 some odd subscribers or something a week. And then all of a sudden, bam, the adpocalypse or whatever they call it, that happened. And then I've just been in this stagnant as far as subscribers. I'll go up like 5 subscribers one day and I'll go down 7. And I'll go up 6 and then I'll go down 8. And it's just, I'm just hovering around 5,000 where at one point I was at 5150, on my way up. So I don't know what it is, but I'm going to keep doing my thing, plugging away, and hopefully I can break through. But as you see, you can become a member, obviously. That's one thing that'll help. I have the Patreon. I don't really talk about that too much. But these are things that help keep it going. I have a little bit more time right now because school is out and I'm not currently teaching, but I think I'm going to be doing some tutoring pretty soon. But obviously I have my other thing, my video editing, so that's still going on. But would I like to do this more often? Almost full time? Yeah, I got a lot of great ideas that I don't have the time to implement. But if I backed off the teaching a little bit, if the channel picked up enough, then I would do that. So this thing needs to take a rest. Let me go to the chat on my computer here. I'm using my iPad. It's a lot easier to do it from here now. Oh, thanks, Juan, for the 99-cent drop. Thank you for the tip. Yeah, so I'm sure you guys have seen other channels. What just happened? That was weird. I'm sure you guys have seen other channels and know about memberships and what you get, emotes and badges and all that stuff. So I currently have that. I just actually unlocked that last night. So if you want to look into that obviously helps me do this more often. I mean, that's kind of, I don't know how well it's going to work out, but that's my plan, is to do this much more regularly and show up these other guys who I feel like are slacking, man. They got the viewers, they got the subscriptions, they got the views, but I feel like the channels is be slacking. Like they could be doing a lot more. They can be getting more creative, and they're not. And they feel like they don't have to because their audience is fine with kind of the bare minimum stuff that these guys do. And you guys have seen like my more creative stuff in the past. Haven't been able to do as much lately, but I'm always writing notes for stuff I want to do, and I want to get into that. So, did you watch any of the Pro Rocket League matches this weekend? If so, what did you think? Of course I did. Juice. I shared my screen when I was watching them. I thought it was exhilarating. I was really surprised. Like, you got to be into Rocket League, but man, these guys are good. They are good. It is a legit bona fide sport, and I was really impressed because I would hear Juice talk about it all the time, and I just never got into watching it. But I feel like I'm getting a glare. These glasses. I never got into watching them, but I started watching them this weekend, and really good stuff. Really good stuff. So, yeah. So what I want to do is encompass more stuff. Like I want to do, because I used to do like these mini documentaries, and I'm working on one now for Dreamcast. You would think you would see stuff like that on Dreamcast Guy's channel. Oh, but I don't really see a lot of Dreamcast stuff or talk. Maybe that's how he started, but it's there's a lot of Switch bitching going on right now. A lot of people do Switch video. I get it. That's the popular thing to do. But I want to do, Wii U. I have a Switch versus Wii U, a Wii U versus Switch video. Remember my Versus series? I want to do that again. I'm working on that. I have, animated skits that I want to work on. They're stuff that I think about, but I don't have the time. I have more time right now, but, eventually this time will go away as well. So, I need the support to make it happen. Now, right now, the best support that I can get is the channel growing viewers-wise. And viewers or subscribers and views-wise. Because that's the thing that'll keep me doing it the most. So if you're watching, I'm not hip to this stuff like a lot of these guys research a lot of this stuff and what the algorithm is looking at, what is it doing, what do I need. I don't do that. So do the typical thing. Obviously, hit the like button, share it if you can. If you have Twitters and whatnot, share it, share my videos, and hit the little notification bell. Some people say it doesn't work. I feel like it doesn't. It's not perfect, but it's something you can do. It takes you a half second to do. Obviously you guys comment and all that stuff, and like the videos, and that should help. It's supposed to help. That's the way it's supposed to work. So we'll see. It's frustrating seeing those bigger channels soaring and doing the bare minimum while we creative folks struggle. Yep, Sardonic. I know what the deal is. It is frustrating. Just seeing guys who could do more, should be doing more, but just aren't. They're just kind of locked in. Have you played Crash Team Racing? If so, what do you think of it? I've been loving it so far. I only played the original. I have the original, and I have Tag Team on GameCube. I haven't played the new one yet. I don't plan on it because I remember, at least the original one, uh, having really cheap AI and I don't know, it just felt off. You know, obviously coming from somebody like me who's a Mario Kart fan, it certainly didn't reach those heights to me. I just felt like it was cheap with the AI. Some people say, "Oh, it's more difficult." I don't think there's difficult and there's cheap. There's difficult because there's an actual um, challenge there, and then there's difficult because the AI is being cheap. And I felt like at least the original one leaned more towards that. I haven't played this one. I didn't really plan on getting it, especially not new. If I do pick it up, it'll probably be like $20 or under when the price drops. So, but I'm glad you're having fun with it. I have seen people videos where the online, especially, people are kind of warping and teleporting all over the map. I think they patched it, but I still see it happening in some people's videos. So who knows? Terminator Juice. I knew you watched some of the RLCS, but I wasn't sure how much you've seen. I probably watched an hour and a half of it. It's as exhilarating for me as any pro sport out there. I will agree with that. I don't know. I don't know if I want to say it's as exhilarating, but it's certainly on that level, and that surprised me because I was sitting there like, because you play it, Rocket League, I play it, so we kind of understand the ins and outs of it, and so to see people, playing it on that level is pretty exciting. So I don't know if it'll connect with everybody the same way, but yeah, it's definitely fun to watch. A lot more fun. It's the most fun I've had watching any video game competition. Like it was very exciting, very fun to watch. So um, if you're in the Rocket League, I would definitely recommend it. So I didn't really have any topics here lined up because I knew I was going to be doing this stream with the game, and knew I was going to be talking about like what I wanted to work on as far as making the channel more engaging, more fun, and me being more engaging with you guys. Because I'm just gonna do what I can do, what I feel like I know how to do to make it happen, to make the channel grow more. So, you see Spider-Man, he chilling in the back, and my son's Mario blanket is very comfortable, also back there. But yeah, like I'm just gonna do what I can do, and hope that it's good enough to actually make the channel grow. So, like I said, I have the membership. If that's something you'd be down for, certainly that would help. Become a member. There's the Patreon. What else? And just being more active as viewers, sharing the videos, liking, clicking like, and all that stuff. Sharing them when you can. Spider-Man is judging. Any retro game fans here? Yeah, I'm one. I don't know about anybody else. I think Sardonic is definitely one. Bad latency. I should hope there are retro game fans here. Yeah, I mean, because I do a lot of that myself, and I think a lot of people watch my channel because of that. Because I do still play old games. I play the old systems and whatnot. So, as you see, I have my CRT there in the back because that's the best way to play these games. And it's cool. I don't know if you can see it. No, I think it's behind Spider-Man. I have a AV kind of hub, so you can plug multiple systems into it and plug it into the TV, but it also goes out to my capture device, so that's cool. Makes it a lot easier. So I capture two different ways. I use kind of a upscaling HD converter but I also have like what's it called? The what's that thing called? It's a is it an Elgato? I think it's an Elgato, but it's for like standard definition consoles and stuff. So I can capture it both ways. But that's probably the best way to capture it. But it takes a little bit more work than the HD. Obviously, it's a lot easier to get it on the editor and all that stuff. So, all right. Let me scroll up and see. J Biggs.
True or false?
Your family is my fam. Is your family lazy? True. What does it say? Yes, they are. Oh, okay. So guess not. All right. Go back up and see if I missed anybody's comments. J Biggs to not buy a console because another console comes out with a game. I'm missing something there. Guess you guys are having a conversation there. I make retro games out of cardboard and play them. I'm a very old man who also plays games. Says late night reviews. Yeah, so what was I doing? Oh yeah. So yeah, like I hope the community, but I think it's a product of YouTube as well, because YouTube itself has changed, and a lot of these guys have changed with it, I guess, where it's they focus on that stuff. And I guess if I want to grow, I have to focus a little bit more, and that's what I'm doing with this. I'm focusing a little bit more. I've done a little bit of research to see what will help, and these were the things that would help. Starting the membership thing, supposedly, asking subscribers to make sure they like and hit the notification bell, that kind of stuff. Share the videos, leave comments. Unlike a lot of these guys who tell you to leave comment, I really want to know. I really want to know what you guys think about this subject. So make sure you leave a comment. And you see multiple people leaving comments, and that YouTuber is not in their own comment section replying and talking to these people when they ask you to leave a comment. I feel like if you ask somebody to leave a comment, you should do your best to reply to their comment, as long as it pertains to what your video is about. I mean, why ask people to do stuff when you're not gonna acknowledge them? It just doesn't make sense to me. Now, I get it. Right now, I'm only at 5,000 subscribers. My viewership is quite under that, so it's a little easier when you only have, 30 comments or so to respond to. I know that's easier, but not responding at all just because you have a lot of people commenting is kind of BS. As a YouTuber, you could easily pin the person's comment. Like, if you see a comment you really like and you're engaged in, you can pin that at the top. You can, obviously, if you're responding to people, your responses will, bring their comments up. So you can't, obviously respond to everybody when you have a huge channel. But if you're not responding, it's easy to tell that because your comments aren't in the tops, your replies to these people. So I just think it's kind of whack. Want to know, those big channels want to know what we think, but don't read any comments. Exactly, Sardonic. They always ask you, leave a comment, because that helps their video get the spread. It helps helps them in the algorithm, basically. But that's the least you can do as a YouTuber, is respond to people's comments, engage with people in the comment section, and don't only respond. This is a thing that I see happen a lot, is people respond to negative people who leave a comment, and it triggers the YouTuber, and so they respond to those people instead of responding to people who are there for positivity. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a bunch of people leaving you positive comments, and you don't even reply to them. But the minute somebody comes with a nice dig, a nice comment digging, dissing your channel, dissing you, you're right there to reply to them. That's whack. that shows your sensitivity. I ignore, for the most part, I ignore, the negative comments. I let them flow, whatever. Um, and I try to respond to people who have something positive to say or have something engaging to say. That's how I work. So some of these guys aren't like that. They get sensitive to people making fun of them in some kind of way, and those are the people they reply to instead of actual supporters of your channel. So, but yeah, man, I do miss the community where we had. There was countless. There was at least 10, 11 Nintendo only focused YouTubers that I had in my subscription feed that I would watch. And I know times change. And these guys were small channels. It wasn't like they were huge channels and they just got disillusioned. I mean, they were already small channels, and so it was more of a hobby. And most of them are gone. Some of them still subscribe to, hoping that they come back in some way. But I get it. Life gets in the way. When stuff you want to do. But I look at myself where I'm like, well, I have all these engagements. I have all these things I need to do and have to do in my life. I'm a dad. I'm a husband. I have a career, and here I still am. This last couple of weeks has been a huge step up in my video output, actually. And I have all the excuses in the world to not make YouTube videos, but here I still am. So if you really cared about it, I think you would still be here doing your thing. Like I get frustrated and disillusioned with the lack of engagement from YouTube audience. And a lot of that has to do with YouTube changing their policies, them trying to be more of a Netflix in a way, trying to boost celebrity channels and makeup channels and all that kind of stuff instead of the gaming community stuff. A lot of guys are just kind of transitioning out of here and going to Twitch, which that's gonna hurt YouTube at some point. You think they'd be smarter to try to keep this audience going, not only for the channels that were already big, but for the people trying to come in. Like if you're coming in now, if you come in the last year and you've gotten big or you're growing, man, you tell me what you're doing, because I think a lot of the newer channels especially are struggling to create an audience and get an audience for people who want to engage with them and watch their channels regularly. And there's so many obstacles. Like I said, the notification bell, who knows if that thing works. Liking videos is supposed to be. A lot of people seem to believe that really does work, and that's that's an easy thing. You just that's what I do. Like if I'm subscribed to somebody, even if it's a video that I don't agree with, the minute I go in, I hit like. That's the first thing I do, because you click the play button, or you don't click the play button. Usually it starts playing. You click the skip ads button. Everybody does that. So while you're doing that, slide on over and click that thumbs up button. It's not that hard. So I think I don't know if that's, like I said, I don't know if it's does work as well, but it's one of those things that's supposed to work. But there's a lot of competition, a lot more competition now, created from Google themselves, wanting to, make more revenue. They wanted to be semi Netflix streaming company. So the more personable channels that came out and started doing well, if you're coming out trying to do something like that now with no strong angle, good luck, because it's rough out there. And I see channels that production values are really high, like real clean visual, like they really nice camera, have really nice setups, and they're getting really bad views. And then it's like if you're putting that much work into it, to make your setup nice, you're not getting any, you know, anything back from it, you get disillusioned, man. It's just, it's normal, it's natural. Um, and but I do miss some of the smaller channels, and I think there was some weird thing where um, YouTube was like limiting channels that didn't get a certain amount of views per month. I don't know if they're still doing that, and that hurt people and disillusioned more people, and so we lose, like I said, we lose more channels that uh, that used to do those videos that I was subscribed to. So, because I used to watch a lot of, especially Nintendo focused videos, and there's not a lot of channels I watch outside of my boys on the Juices Loose podcast. Shout out to them, Terrell and Clocked It, Robert whenever he drops a video, uh, um, Juice. You know, Juice does mostly the live stream, but he hasn't done the Juice opinions in a while. I feel like, what's up with that, Juice? And Retro does all kinds of stuff on his videos. He talks about like metal. He just talks about like everyday stuff too. So, but you know, outside of us and a couple other dudes, there's not a lot of people for me to watch. So, Sardonic, they don't need YouTubers. Oh wait a minute, let me go back up. Ignoring the trolls is super fun. Millions of reviews of the same thing. Yeah, that's another thing. They don't need YouTubers anymore. They got Jimmy Fallon. I started a year ago, only at 1.6 subs, 100,000 views, 1.6k subs. Yeah, I mean, man, even for me, like it was, I got to 500 pretty quickly because people like the shtick of the Mr. T doll, but you know, it slowed down and it blew up, and like especially like the year when the Switch launched, the just before that and most of that year 2017, I was going up and up and up and at a pretty good pace. Because I think in 2016 I was around 3,500 subscribers, and then I just started moving up, and I was like, oh, I finally hit that you know that, I don't want to say algorithm, but that I finally hit the wave of going up, and I don't know, crazy stuff happened. So it's tough. Yes, it is. Late night. 5 years ago for me at 250 subs. YouTube just depresses me now. I love making creative videos. I don't like the platform. I feel ya. Yeah. Late night, I feel ya. It's a very restrictive platform for creativity, which is really depressing. Yeah, and it wasn't like that before. YouTube made its name from you, letting you do your thing. So how about that PS5? Says Juice. How about that Switch Mini, T? Yeah, we gotta start talking PS5 and Switch Mini stuff to get people to care. But I still feel like I'm not expecting to be like, you know, 1 million subscribers or anything like that at some point. But I feel like they're, you know, 20,000. That's not too crazy, I don't think. I feel like there's still a good enough niche audience that would appreciate this kind of stuff, this kind of views and stuff, or those kind of videos, that I would be totally happy. You know, because I was getting like, you know, 1,500, 2,000 views. I was happy with that. Like, I was good on my videos. Now it's just like something definitely happened, because all my subscribers didn't fall off. So something happened where my views are topping off at like 600, 700, which is good. And like people hear like, oh man, I wish I can get 600 or 700 views. And I know where you're coming from. I totally get it. I was there before, and I started getting those, and then you kind of want more, based on your subscribers. You know, it's like well, if I have this many subscribers, I would hope to be getting more people watching my content and stuff. So, PS5, wow. Let's talk rumors. All right. So I heard Banjo-Kazooie was gonna be in Smash. There's a rumor that was gonna happen, and obviously it happened. So there, rumor talk is done. You need to bounce around in front of the camera with obnoxious music and speculate on what game companies are doing. All right, so let's get it going. We're gonna bounce around in front of the camera, and let's talk about Nintendo. What Nintendo is gonna do? I believe they're gonna make a smaller Switch, and the Joy-Cons will not be detachable, so that'll save them some money on that and having to worry about that tech. And they're gonna maybe take away a couple features here and there, and they're also gonna make a Switch Pro because we need more power in the Switch. Yeah, I mean that stuff is so boring, so corny to me. But a lot of people like it, and I feel like a lot of people who like that stuff aren't content with what they have. Like, I'm pretty content with the Switch's power. Would I like it to have more? Sure, who wouldn't want a little bit more to alleviate certain things? But I don't need it to be a PS5 or anything like that. I don't need it to be 4K and none of that stuff. But people really get hype about that stuff, and I'm just looking at the games. I'm hype about the games I'm going to be playing, not that stuff. Hype runs out in pre-orders. My brother's cousin's friends works for a Mongolian shoe factory that totally says the Switch Mini is coming. Nice, bad latency, good stuff. Don't forget that O face. Oh man, I was gonna say I can't do that with a straight face, but you can't do an O face with a straight face. I'm gonna change my thumbnail to this. Oh yeah, the thinking pose. Okay, let's do the thinking pose, the shock pose, and the face palm. Thinking pose. Shock pose. And face palm. Or no, face palm is more your head. Forehead. Or check these guys out. Corny. Cornball. Do the thumbnail photo shoot. Thinking poses shot. So I'm gonna take all those. I'm gonna recycle all those poses and just slap them on my thumbnails for every video. All right, and I'm gonna go up, 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 up at that point. Show. Holy shit, I'm gonna sub to this guy. Holy shit, I'm gonna sub to this guy. So done it. Make it look like you sat on a full plastic 20-ounce. So. Good stuff, Juice. Good stuff. Hi. Don't read that. Bad words in the comments. You're so cute. All right, all right. All right, so what I've done recently, I can talk about that, is I've been getting back into my Wii U. I haven't been playing as much in the last year or so, year and a half, but I've been getting back into that. So I bought a Nyko battery because I'm late. I like to do things late apparently, and it's pretty cool. I like it a lot. Has a little stand, which is pretty cool. Easy installation. You just kind of I thought you had to take out your old battery to put it in, but you don't. Just slap this right on top of it, so you have two batteries basically, and you just kind of scroll that in and do that, and it's good to go. And yeah, I've been playing on this bad boy a lot more recently. So is she. She loves playing on my Wii U, and So what I wanted to do, maybe I'll do it tonight, off stream, is I wanted to do um, Mario Maker video, me doing somebody's sub or doing one of my subs is uh, levels. His name's Master Yoshi. He's been around. I can't remember a time where I had my channel that he wasn't around. So he's been a supporter for a long time, and he made some really good Mario Maker levels, and I played them and recorded myself playing them already, and that video got corrupted. Happens sometimes. I remember when we first started getting digital only like hard drives for cameras and stuff. I was really anxious about that because I'm like, oh man, there's no way to be safe if something happens where it gets corrupted. You shot all this footage and it's done, and that's what happened. So kind of sucks. Upload my level. I'm not uploading. I'm not uploading my level on Mario Maker 1. I'm just gonna start over and do Mario Maker 2 stuff and really get into that juice. Because for me, there's no point in uploading that level to a dead console. So I need to finally finish Twilight Princess on Wii U. Maybe Arkham City so I can retire it. Yes, I actually have not finished Twilight Princess myself HD. I haven't finished. I don't really want to get into it because I really can't really think, and it's going to take me a while to remember. But yeah, there's games on it that I haven't finished yet that I want to finish. But we're right in that time period where Switch is about to get ridiculous. So it's like, how much time am I gonna have to go back to Wii U and stuff? I use it to mostly for YouTube now. Okay, yeah. And Netflix, which is something Switch doesn't have. You might see that referenced in my Wii U versus Switch video. Mario 3D World. Mario 3D World I have not 100% it, and I want to do that. They need to put Mario Maker 2 on Wii U. That would be cool. It's not going to happen. But yeah, that would be cool. I love 3D World. 3D World is dope. Yes, it is. I use it. I said that already. Yeah, and there's actually indie games on the Wii U that I haven't finished that I want to go back and finish. One of them was Freeze Me. It's a 3D platformer that I was pretty happy for when it came out, and I just stopped playing it because of the Switch and stuff. I never finished playing it, so I'm gonna go back to that. It's mostly like digital. What are you doing? It's mostly like digital stuff that I haven't gotten to. A digital download game, stuff like that, and it's still the best way to play my Wii games. These Wii games are backwards compatible, and it's already there. It's hooked up through the HDMI, and it's much cleaner than it would be to go back to the Wii. So that's a good way to play my Wii games as well. It's all hooked up. Like, I'm gonna do a video showing you guys my setup, and you can see how much I have hooked up. You know, my games and all that stuff. How I have it hooked up. The crazy spaghetti wiring that I did to have all these consoles hooked up at once. And they're not quite hooked up at once, but it's a matter of switching an HDMI from a hub, you know, because I couldn't fit all the games that way, the systems that way. So I have like a hub set up to where I got labels on my HDMIs, labels on the power cords and all that stuff, because I don't like to leave all the stuff hooked or plugged in at once. I have surge protectors and stuff that I just click off when I'm not using stuff. So let's see, what are you guys talking? Do you think Wii U might end up legendary like Dreamcast? I want to say yes, because I think its novelty is more it's more regarded now than it was when it was a system that was out. But the problem is Unlike the Dreamcast, there's no system taking its games away. The games that made it legendary. Unfortunately for the Wii U, the Switch is getting games from the Wii U, so it's taking a little bit of its identity away, which sucks. But I'm happy that people who didn't get a Wii U, have a more modern way to play. It's not like the Wii U isn't modern or anything, but if you have a Switch now and you never bought a Wii U, it's a good way for you to at least get those games. So, but yeah, I think it'll end up more legendary because of how its form factor, and not as much as its games anymore. But I feel like there's still going to be some games on the Wii U that aren't going to come over to, that aren't going to come over to Switch. I feel like that might be the case. Xenoblade Chronicles X. I don't think X is going to come over to Switch. I wouldn't buy it. Just letting you know, because the best way to play X for me was to have my gamepad off as a map screen, and to have that sitting, as a second screen, and to have my Pro controller. And for me, that was the best way to play Xenoblade Chronicles X. And having everything, especially losing that extra screen with the real-time map all the time, I'm not down with that. So I don't feel like they'll bring X over. I could be wrong. Fatal Frame 5, I wish, but again, the gamepad. I don't know. Obviously, they had Fatal Frame games before there was a gamepad, so it will work. But for me, I wouldn't care for it. But on the other end, I would like a physical copy of Fatal Frame 5. So if you didn't live in Japan, you didn't get that. So I would probably still buy it for that, for the preservationist in me. But I had another game I was thinking about that I would like to see actually come over. Tokyo Mirage Sessions. For me, the best way to play it is on Wii U, and it'll always be that way. But I still would like to see that game come over and get more shine. So there's that. Let's see what you guys are talking here. Might need more outlets and a TV with one more HDMI port. My cable box, Wii U, Switch, and are all connected to my TV, while I have my poor Xbox One S and my only connected 3 times since I rebought last year. Yeah, I can understand that. J Biggs, don't you need to beat those on Wii U? I mean, oh, do I need to beat them? Oh no. What are you asking, Juice? Xenoblade Chronicles X. Oh yeah, I do. I haven't beat the final boss in Xenoblade Chronicles X yet, but I have been playing it, just grinding and leveling up. But I'm just, there's a part of me that doesn't want to beat it because I feel like maybe I won't go back to it once I actually beat it. But I doubt it. I still think I'll play it. What other game did you ask? Fatal Frame 5. Yes, you were asking Fatal Frame 5. Yeah, I haven't beat Fatal Frame 5 yet. So it took me forever just to even start playing that game because it was digital only, as you know, Juice. So I remember playing the crap out of the demo. I think I put like 8 hours or something ridiculous into the demo, just messing around. So yeah, I do have to beat those games. You were correct, Juice. I saw more Nintendo games at Walmart than other system games today. That hasn't happened for me since SNES. Tyler, yeah, I feel you on that. Especially at Walmart, Wii U didn't get much representation. I mean, that wasn't Walmart's part. That was Nintendo. They didn't want to pay for the extra space. They didn't have a ton of games. to begin with. So there's that. Um, I traded my original Xbox One for my Switch, and I bought the S because last year it was new at the GameStop for $199. Oh, that's good. I actually want to upgrade to an X. What are you doing? I want to upgrade to a X. I don't think I'll be buying Microsoft's next console. At this point, I don't see myself rushing out, at least not rushing out to get a PS5. Because Sony doesn't really have any IPs I care much about. Halo, obviously, I still care for from Microsoft, but I have so many ways to get that now. And I'm gonna get to that juice in a second. I'm glad you brought that up. You can get it on PC and all that stuff. But for me, I would like to play Halo on it just feels right on a console, a Microsoft console. But I can get it on the X. Is it going to be that much better on whatever the Scarlet? I don't think so. So I'll just trade in my current OG Xbox One, day one. Well, not day one. I got it when they took the Kinect out of the box. But it's still the old model, the original model. So these new consoles are not moving me at all. I'm enjoying my Switch. I have my Steam library. I have my retro consoles. I'm good, man. I'm good. I traded. Oh, I said that already. I read that already. Fearless Joe Bonsai. Since I lost the dual screen gaming of the Wii U, I've lost a lot of interest, especially in single player games. I hate clunky UIs that require pausing for a map, etc. So yeah, that's the thing about the Wii U. For people who liked it, is that it's hard to go back to a different setup. I enjoy obviously Switch and Switch games and stuff like that, but I do miss having that second screen, and that's just the way things are. It didn't catch on good enough. I wish it did, but unfortunately, because it didn't catch on, they left it alone. So, did you see the top? Oh yeah, let me get the juices thing. Did you see the top 10 selling third-party games on Switch in the U.S. list? Yes, I did, and it's pretty, it's pretty whack. Mario plus Rabbids is number one, which is kind of a cheat because it's a Mario game in a way, because it has Mario in it. It's not a Mario game, but it has a recognition of Mario. And as far as I know, that game is either under or right at 2 million in sales. So that's your height for third-party games on Switch. It's 2 million or under in sales. And I don't know, it's like, I don't know if that's weak. I don't feel like it is, because the bigger third-party games that have come out on Switch are old games. They're old. A lot of people have played them already, like Doom, Wolfenstein, and Wolfenstein didn't do that well on the other consoles either. People seem to forget. Oh yeah, you can use it. Let me see. There you go. Wolfenstein didn't do that great on other consoles either. So, and it's coming out this time, and I think it's digital only on Switch, which I'm annoyed by. On one hand, I kind of understand, because obviously it didn't sell gangbusters, but it didn't sell that great on any other console, and they're getting a physical copy, so it is what it is. I'm annoyed by that, but I saw that list, and it's kind of weak. But again, it's not like Switch is getting a lot of day and date, third party support. They're getting ports of games that have come out and ran their course on other consoles. So it's hard for that to go, crazy. Now let's look at. It's still early for Mortal Kombat, but then again, even Mortal Kombat has issues. It, the game, you know, is you got to download most of it, and that's the case on other consoles as well. But at least they have the physical disc where it's all coming from, and not a situation where you're downloading from a server for the rest of the game. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. I don't like it at all. So, let's see what you guys are talking here. Hold on a second. All right. Where are we? J Biggs. Yeah, I see Xbox as my Halo and Gears of War. Right, Gears of War as well. I don't know why I didn't mention that. Machine and whatever third-party games that I don't come to Switch, and that's mostly what I do with it now. I try to buy on console when I can. I do have a PC, but I try to buy on console when I can because I know I'm going to be more engaged with my console than my PC for gaming. Because my PC is not just a gaming box; it's a multimedia box. I do a lot of other stuff with it. So, did I finish that? Where are you? Yeah, I did finish. I'm buying a PS5 day one now that you, or I'm guessing you saying I have a 4K TV. Well, that's that's cool. Do you know what the price of it is yet? Because I don't think it'd be smart for them to go above $400, but with the specs that they're talking, if it doesn't, they're going to be losing money. And this is the reason a lot of these companies are, wanting to get away from consoles, boxes, because they're expensive, man. Like trying to get something that is satisfactory to today's consumer as far as visuals go, and bringing it to a satisfactory price, a mass market price, it's tough. It's getting tougher and tougher to do that. I remember when people scoffed at $200 for a Super Nintendo. Why? I have this NES. It was only $100. And now we're looking at, $400 being the base. I understand there's stuff like inflation and stuff, but we used to have $60, $70, $80 games back in the day as well. And this was back when, your dollar went a lot farther. So you can't blame it all on inflation. So yeah, you're I've never been that guy, and I'm probably somebody that should be that way because my film background and my background, I still I'm still a video editor. I still shoot video. But even I was just never that guy. There were guys like that in my school. Obviously, there are guys like that in the business that are really focused on the highest visuals of everything, and they're terrible at art. They have no ability to tell stories, and because that's where they're so focused on that part, because they can't tell stories. And it's kind of similar with video games, where it's like these companies are really focused on highest end visuals, and the gameplay is just kind of meh, and I'm more about the gameplay. I'm more about the story as far as my movie making goes, and my ability to edit well, where a lot of these companies have been more focused on this. When I remember a movie that did really well back in the day. It was kind of one of my inspirational movies that inspired me to start doing guerrilla filmmaking and stuff. 28 Days Later, I remember that movie came out, and it was shot on like a $400 Canon, I forgot what it was called, camera, and it didn't matter because the story, the editing, the way the movie was shot, the acting and all that stuff was way more important. And that's where I am with movies, cinema, and with video games. For me, it's about the gameplay. I can deal with not top end stuff as long as you're there giving me good gameplay or giving me a good story. So you can. I watch black and white old crusty movies all the time still, because they give me something that a lot of these newer movies come out. This has been one of the most terrible summers of all time for movies, because there's just no ideas. I was somewhat interested in Men in Black International, but the trailers never sold me, and from most of the reviews I see, it's just meh. And yeah, do the aliens look better? Are they better looking? Are the effects better than what we got when Will Smith was doing it? Sure, but if that's all you have, then I don't care. Like that's how I feel with video games. So where are we? PS5 isn't doing it for me. Sardonic Pickle says I'm only just getting into my PS4. Don't care how powerful new consoles are going to be. I care about the games. Exactly. That's how I am too. The last PlayStation system I really had played was PS2. I'm guessing that's what you're saying, J Biggs. Too bad Wii U didn't support Switch as a second touchpad controller. I think you're saying too bad. You could have played the disc games remotely on Switch. That would have been cool as hell. I was hoping that the Switch would support the Wii U gamepad, but that would require more technical stuff going on, and they wanted a good price for it. I think that would have put the Wii or the Switch coming out at like $400 or something. And they didn't want to go that high. So is that list counting digital? I'm guessing you're talking about the list of third-party games there, Feelers. Yes, I'm pretty sure it counts digital. I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure. I'm guessing it counts digital, but I'm not sure. Let's see, Tyler. Yeah, that would be tight. I was never a PC gamer, and I don't even own a PC now. Yeah, I mean, I don't consider myself a PC gamer either. I never have, and I played on PC off and on since like '95. My uncle gave me his computer at the time. He was upgrading, so he just gave me his. So I played the stuff that he had. I would buy a game here and there. And I talk about PC games that I really liked back in the day, like The Longest Journey, Siberia, among others. But I've never considered myself a PC gamer. I play on it occasionally, but that's it. I was a physical only. Otherwise, Minecraft wouldn't be there. Says Dassin. A good artist never blames his tools. Yes, that is true. And a good artist can put out a good product with not the best tools. Because I guess I'm kind of a school of thought of old Robert Rodriguez, where it's like you can do a lot with a little. Just got to be creative. And he did that. He made a movie with $7,000, and it made him a Hollywood player because he was just really savvy and really creative, and he did a lot of the stuff himself. And he has Robert Rodriguez. I love the dude. Like his movies aren't the best, but I just love how he approaches filmmaking, and he wants to make the process of making movies quick but still creative as hell, and he's just really in tune to everything on the production. A good artist never blames his tools. I said that already. Yojimbo is the greatest movie of all time. Yojimbo is great. If you don't know Yojimbo, it's Japanese, right? Samurai movie, and a lot of Star Wars. George Lucas, I don't think he's shy about talking about it. Pulled a lot from that, and Seven Samurai was the other one, but it pulled a lot from Yojimbo, Seven Samurai. If you go look at it, like the title scroll, all that kind of stuff. Obviously, sword fighting and stuff. All that came from movies like Yojimbo and Seven Samurai. So, even movies that we get that are modern, the best artists go back and they look at what came out before, and they use it to their advantage, and I do that myself. So, where are we? Some people play retro games on a CRT because it looks better on those old TVs. Once I seen HDR, I can't wait until it's the standard for gaming. Um, I mean, that's partially it, Juice. Um, I wouldn't necessarily say it looks better. It's just um, it's a nostalgia thing, but it's also a convenience thing. Unless you're willing to go out and spend $400 on what's the thing called uh, that converter that lets you play old games on a new setup and look good. CRTs are just the best way to do it. If you still have one, and still it's the cheapest way to do it. You can get a CRT. You're paying mostly for the damn shipping. People will give you those things if they can. But you can go in like pawn shops and buy flat screen uh, like 480p TVs or whatever that your games, those games look good on as well. So and they give them they give those things away too at pawn shops. So to be real, my 4K TV upscaled really well, but sub 900p Switch games don't look so hot. Xenoblade Chronicles 2 and Doom, I'm looking at you. Yeah, I don't see that where Xenoblade Chronicles, because it's just the design of that game. I don't see it looking good on the 4K, so I can see that. Doom, I guess Doom on Switch is what you're saying. Doesn't look well. I can see that too. Yeah, I thought this summer was going to be better for movies, but I'm just looking forward to Spider-Man, and only because it's Spider-Man. Yeah, I want to be more excited for what's the name? What is it? What's the subtitle for Spider-Man? Something Home. I want to be more. Is that it? I don't even know. Far From Home. Is that it? Yeah. But I'm just not. I'm gonna watch it, but I'm not like overly excited for it. And everything else is pretty much flopped. Post Endgame. And that's one of my worries. I'm worried that because if you've seen the lineup for basically Fox and Disney, which Fox is Disney now, they have a really nice release schedule for all their stuff. And I feel like if you're somebody else, man, you should be worried because there's not room to breathe. And Disney is really good at marketing, and people are really into what they're doing. Tyler, gotta go. All right, Tyler, thank you for joining me, man. I appreciate that. Yeah, it's just if you're not Disney, Fox, good luck, because it's not gonna get any easier. You really have to do some stellar movie making to stand out, and somebody like me, I'm sitting here, I'm like, man, I have all these, my book that I'm working on. I'm in the proofreading stage of that. I have my vampire flick that I think would be a great like streaming show. After a couple of movies that I would love to do. I'm like, I have all these really good ideas that would stand out, and it's on me. It's like nobody's gonna come knocking on my door and say, hey, we heard that you have all these great ideas for movies that are creative and stuff, and we want to get you in here. That's on me to get out there and get it known. But my focus right now is my focus. I can't even think of the name. My gosh, what's the name of the company? Lionsgate. Like, I think the stuff that I do would be perfect for Lionsgate, and my focus right now is getting my agent and getting in Lionsgate's ear, because I have stuff that I think would be perfect for them. Because I have kind of smaller, I think that would engage audiences well type of films that I have in mind, and I also have like big epic along Star Wars, and I think now is the perfect time when Avatar isn't out yet, with people being disillusioned with Star Wars, that my story would be perfect to grab those people who are disillusioned. So I got to get into somebody's ear this year, and get them on the same page. All right, so to be real, my 4K TV. All right, I think I read that already. Last of Us is the greatest movie of all time. I feel you on that one, Sardonic. I tried. Terminator Juice talked me up on that game, and among other people, and it's just not for me. Not a series I care about going forward. I haven't finished it. I plan on finishing it, their first one, but I don't see myself playing The Last of Us 2. Lucas got Star Wars from the Hidden Fortress, Fistful of Dollars. Is a remake of Yojimbo. Am I mixing that up? As his Last Man Standing. I remember Seven Samurai being a big thing too. Fearless. That Lucas pulled from. Let's see, Afro Power. I'm hella mad that Switch got Tetris 99. I wish it was on PC. It makes sense as a PC game as well, yeah. But it's something for especially for Switch owners who have Switch Online. It's something that makes me feel a little bit better about paying for that. I haven't played it in a while though, but yeah, Tetris 99 is pretty cool. I already read that. Yeah, Tetris 99 is awesome, says Jay Biggs. I thought Aladdin was good. I haven't seen Aladdin. I also heard it was good. So, but again, it's Aladdin. So, I've seen Aladdin, obviously the animated one. So it didn't stand out as something that was new. That's what I'm talking about. Like, we are thirsty. I feel like the audience is thirsty, and especially with great streaming services that have great content as well. You got to stand out. You can't just these guys are relying on names and stuff for their movies now. It's just like people. We need more. We need more to get off our butts and go to a theater. Disney should buy Hasbro. Then they will really have a monopoly. Oh God, I hope not. Terminator Rocket League later. Yeah, that'd be great. I gotta eat. I'm starving. But we can definitely get on some Rocket League. Since Disney owns Predators, now we need a Predators versus Wakanda. Fearless. Space Cowboys was a remake of Seven Samurai. Space Cowboys. Is that Tommy Lee Jones? That's the movie when they were astronauts. Is that the movie? Magnificent Seven. I think that's the one. So like those older actors that were all in it. But yeah, I think that was the last comment. We just need more creativity, not only in movies, obviously, but gaming as well. It's a lot of relying on names for stuff, and I mean, it's getting better, especially with the indie games and indie studios and stuff. I get really excited for those Switch indie reels or Microsoft when they showed their stuff. They had some really good stuff in their E3 from indies and stuff. But I would like to see some of these bigger companies with more resources take on more creative stuff, Certainly would like to see that. So George Papard from the 80s. Oh, okay. So there had to be a remake, Fearless, with Tommy Lee Jones or somebody in it. It's just for some reason that's standing out to me. So maybe there was a Space Cowboys in the 80s, but I remember one from either the late 90s or early 2000s. Got to look that up. But I'm pretty sure there was a Space Cowboys that was like about astronauts, old astronauts going and doing it for one more to go or something like that. Hannibal was awesome. Yeah, I haven't seen that in a while. But I remember it being really good. I own it on DVD, I think. So I've been playing, like I said, my Wii U. I'm going to be doing a video showing you guys my new setup here. I'm just in another room, smaller room, but more intimate, so I can do more stuff like live streams without interruptions. And I like it. It's nice and cozy in here. I don't have to deal with tile floors like I did in the other room. So no. J Biggs. Was that? It was 99 where they had to destroy the asteroid. I think you're mixing up like oh, maybe you're right. Maybe you could be right because that was like the asteroid hitting the Earth period to the late '90s. You had like Deep Impact, you had Armageddon, and maybe Space Cowboys. I feel like there was another one too. And Tommy Lee Jones was in another disaster film, Volcano, with Anne Heche, who I used to love me some Anne Heche. And that one was pretty bad. I remember going to the theaters to see it and just kind of laughing at a lot of the stuff that was happening. There's this guy who jumped. I think they were in the subway or something, and the lava was going up under the subway and under the train, and they were trying to get out. And so he had a little kid. I think he was the driver of the train itself, and he jumped out of the train into the lava and like handed the kid off, which he would have instantly been dead and he would have dropped the kid in real life. But it's a movie, so they did that. That was pretty funny. It was like 2 movies in a row that was like that. Yeah, there was a period where because you had Volcano, and then right after Volcano you had the one with Sarah Connor in it. What's her name? She was in one with 007, Pierce Brosnan. Had something to do with the name of the mountain or something. It was Volcano and then Mount something or something like that. I actually liked that movie. It was a fun watch. It wasn't a great film or anything, but yeah, Sarah Connor. I can't remember her real name right now, but she played like a mayor of this mountain town, and there was a volcano that Dante's Peak. Thank you, Sardonic Pickle. Dante's Peak came out like right after Volcano, or Volcano came out. I think Volcano was first, and then Dante's Peak. And Hollywood did that a lot. Like somebody would come out with a movie, kind of hit, and then they would do their version. I don't think there was a copy of Independence Day because that was a big movie. I guess maybe you could say Starship Troopers falls into that. Linda Hamilton, yes, that's her name. Starship Troopers kind of falls into that, maybe. You have like Independence Day and then Starship Troopers kind of fits that mold, but not really. But yeah, Hollywood is funny, but like that is But at least the first movie was something that was new or different. Even if the other movies copied it later, you still got the first movie that was doing something semi-original. So, does that really happen in games? That didn't really happen in games anymore. I guess that was a '90s thing because, people did that a lot with platforming games. Like once Sonic and Mario came out, there was 100 of the dudes came out trying to have their mascot platforming game. I knew I was going to snatch it off eventually. There were other companies that came out. I'm doing this backwards. Hold on. There we go. This clip is so weak. I need to replace it. You had like a bunch of platformers at one time. You had brawlers. Oh my gosh, brawlers were crazy, and especially in the early '90s. After Double Dragon, which came out in the '80s, there was a couple of brawlers in the '80s, and then early '90s is when they went crazy with beat 'em ups, and obviously platformers were crazy, and then Doom came out, so like there were 100 first-person shooters that came out after, like that some of them even used the Doom engine. Wolfenstein obviously came out of that, but that was the same company. But then you had like what was that game? Shadow Warrior. Um, there was another one that was kind of demonic in tone. Um, so yeah, you had a bunch of first-person shooters come out, and then that transitioned to military first-person shooters with like Medal of Honor, when those things started selling like crazy. Then you had, obviously, Battlefields and Call of Duties that came out of that. So, um, yeah, that's what happened a lot uh, in that time period. But now it's just like get really nice visuals, maybe third person, certainly first person, but maybe third person perspective. Really nice visuals, and just have people walking around, maybe shooting or just talking, and that's the rut we're in right now. First person shooters obviously are still pretty huge. They're a dime a dozen, um, and that's why I like stuff that comes along like Cyberpunk that stands out. That's about the world as well, and story and like good AI and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, Quake. Um, yeah, you had a bunch of FPSs, and then obviously fighters were the same way. Super Street Fighter or Street Fighter pretty much started it, and then you had Mortal Kombat, and then you had Mortal Kombat clones like Pit Fighter. Pit Fighter was such trash in the arcades, but we played it. We had fun with that. And then you had Killer Instinct, and um, um, you had Virtua Fighter, and that was the fighting era. Was um, early 90s to maybe mid 2000s, and then obviously fighters still come out and they're somewhat popular, but back then if you had a good fighter you had a good audience. Now with CGI trailers and movie games, yeah, pretty much get the photorealistic graphics as best you can, and you know get your brooding male protagonist, sometimes female, um, you know, that's not very interesting. And you got yourself a game, man. J J Big says Pit Fighter was garbage. It is garbage, but it was like it was. I think it was self aware that it was garbage, which made it funny. I think it was funny. It was a funny game, but yes, it was terrible. Um, and then I remember Street Fighter, at least for the movie, the game took that whole digitized fighters thing from Mortal Kombat, Pit Fighter, and digitized the actors who played in the Street Fighter movie for the Street Fighter game. I have it for Sega Saturn, and that's pretty garbage as well. It's pretty bad. Um, yeah, pretty terrible. So it's not happening as much anymore. I guess for the while, especially in the we call it the indie scene, pixel art games were, oh my god, every week pixel art, and I guess you could say like roguelite is kind of a fad as well. So you have roguelite, pixel fighter or pixel fighter, pixel art games. You see those a lot. Um, Street Fighter, the movie, the game, yeah, it's pretty bad. I love it though. It's terrible. Do I have it? Oh, I have it right here. Let me pull it out. I keep some of my Saturn games right here. Yeah, man. Classic. Woo! That's good stuff right there. I mean, it's funny because it plays like a Street Fighter game would play. The moves and all that stuff are the same. I remember, I don't know if you guys can see this. I'm trying to put it up here. Ryu. It's really hard to see. I remember, you can see it pretty good there for a second anyway. I remember looking at it, and they Asianed his eyes more, like from the actor. Like the actor who played Ryu, he's Japanese, but he doesn't. His eyes aren't as Japanese, as slanted. And in the game, for whatever reason, they put extra slant in his eyes. It was just the weirdest thing. He looks crazy. I don't know why they did that. I don't know if it was a joke. Somebody didn't like the actor or something just to mess with him. But it's weird. It's really funny because DJ, if you know the DJ character, he was played by Miguel Nunez, who played Joanna Man. He had the worst patois Jamaican accent I ever heard. One of the worst. It was just comically bad. But his character in the movie is a coward, but they put him in the game, and you play as him. It's like, well, it doesn't feel right because he was such a coward in the movie. Unlike the original game where he's not a coward, he's a pretty strong fighter. He uses capoeira, and in the movie they made him like this comic relief. Even like Zangief, but Zangief at least he looks imposing. Where, oh God, Blanca, Blanca. I tried to forget about Blanca. That was some of the worst movie makeup, and he was not imposing at all. They just took the skinny little actor who played him and painted him green and put like, forehead prosthetics to give him a edged forehead. It was so bad. So bad. It was some of the worst makeup. What's up, Zeno? What's up? Yeah, it was pretty bad. But I actually liked the movie. It has a spot in my heart. It was Raul Julia's last film, and he was such a professional. He was sick at the time. He didn't tell anybody, and he was a professional. He finished the movie, so and he was the best part about the movie. He had great lines. He's very charismatic as oh my God, I can't think of his name. As oh my gosh, what's his name? Why am I drawing blanks right now? I have to look at the damn case. Bison. As Bison, he was great. He was great. He had some great lines in the movie. So, yeah. That's pretty much all I have. I don't really have anything else to talk about here. I'm getting very hungry. I haven't eaten dinner yet. So, Zena, did you just pop in? You just joined the stream? Dead or Alive movie is good. I haven't seen the Dead or Alive movie. It looked bad, so I never ended up watching it. I know, what's that Jamie chick? What's her name? She's in it. But that's all I remember of it. I've never seen it. I feel like I've seen some of it, but I haven't seen it. Yeah. So I feel bad if you just popped in. I'm about to get out of here. But yeah, guys. So just to recap, burping. To recap, I'm trying to do a push, another push on the channel. I'm going to be doing live streams more regularly. What are you saying there? Let me see. Eternal Champions for Switch needs to happen. Yeah, I feel you on that, Lake Link. That would be cool. The fight scenes are good, but yeah, the storyline always been bad. I'm gonna be doing another, like I said, a push on the channel, doing more live streams, more interactive stuff. Members of the channel, if you so decide to do so, you guys will have access to me and pitch ideas for videos, because that is something that I would like you guys to do, is give me ideas for videos to make it more interactive for one. And sometimes it's just hard to come up with stuff, and it's hard to not only just come up with stuff, but it's hard to avoid doing what everybody else is doing, which is something I try to do, which is weird because it's like, oh, if you avoid doing what everybody else is doing and those guys are getting popular and views and stuff, then how are you expecting to grow? And I'm like, I feel like a niche audience is good. I would much rather have a niche audience than a crazy amount of people that barely interact with you and stuff. Um, so my modest goal, I feel like it's modest, is 10K before the year ends. We're halfway here. I think things can pick up and it can move pretty quickly if I'm giving the right kind of content and stuff. So, Retro Dev just jumped in. Bring back Attack of the Drones. I would like to. It's just people are sensitive, man. People are omega sensitive. I think that's just generation. What are we on? Generation Z. Generation Z and millennials. They're very sensitive about stuff, and it's not just them, because people my age and stuff too can be very, very butthurt about stuff, and they can't laugh at themselves. A lot of people just can't laugh at themselves, and it's first of all, it's hard to do Attack of the Drones these days without just sounding like I'm salty or malicious towards somebody, because there's not enough people doing enough different things for me to engage and care. There's not a lot of channels I watch to where I can build a narrative for a nice satirical Attack of the Drones episode. So there's that. But maybe I could just do it, because I actually thought about it before. Maybe I could just do Attack of the Drones in a way of just making fun of narratives, what we've been talking about, like the thumbnail type of stuff, all that kind of stuff. But honestly, I would rather do that in live action skits. And so I've been purchasing certain things to do more live action type of skits that would be similar to an Attack of the Drones. Because Attack of the Drones made more sense when I wasn't on camera. But I can do Attack of the Drones in another way now that I am on camera. So I don't know if I'd go back to that format for Attack of the Drones, but what am I looking for? The essence of Attack of the Drones can be done in other ways, and I've done that actually before with stuff like what was it? Generic Tuber 78 video. See, that Generic Tuber 78 video is very much an Attack of the Drones type of video. So yeah, have it evolve with the time. Yeah, it has to evolve, because it can't be the same way it used to be. But it can still have the essence of an Attack of the Drones video. Like I said, I can still do parody videos that are essentially Attack of the Drones without that format. Fun of Kojima, his fans. Yes, that's the kind of stuff that I would really get geeked up for. Is Kojima and the cult of Kojima and all that kind of stuff. I have friends that like Kojima and his games, so I don't want to lay into him too much. But it gets a little ridiculous sometimes. I love poking Kojima fans. They so loyal to a man in Japan, which is fine. I mean, it's just like, my problem with Kojima is not that I feel like his games are bad. I don't feel like they're great, but he's made, for the most part, one game or one kind of game. Yeah, he's kind of worked on other stuff. He's done What's Up, Cornelius? He's done Zone of the Enders, which I like. I like Zone of the Enders. I have both of those games. But he's mostly reverted back to his... He wants to be like a Hollywood director so bad. Yeah, I know she's back there. She's been in and out, Afro, throughout the video. She's playing on my iPad. Terminator Juice DOA is awesomely bad. The movie, I mean, yeah. What was I talking about? Yeah, Kojima. And he's made one kind of game, and I'm not really into Metal Gear all that much. I bought most of them, but it's only out of respect for how people feel about his games and stuff. And I try to get into them. I just can't. I don't know what to say. So he only makes one, for the most part, one kind of game. And now, with what's the name of the game, Death Stranding, I'm not moved at all. Like, I don't know what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be walking around with a giant backpack on, running from weird enemies, but doesn't seem very engaging to me. So, and I feel like he's very, I don't know if arrogant's the right way, because he doesn't come off as a bad person. He seems like a nice guy, but I feel like he thinks he's more of an artist than he actually is. Like, he really wants to be like this Hollywood director, the Hollywood director of video games. And for me, his stories are way too convoluted. His storylines and plot lines are way too convoluted to be like the Hollywood director of video games. I feel like who made Detroit Become Human? Those guys are more close in line. What's his name? David Cage. I forget the name of the studio. What's the? Oh my gosh. Indigo Prophecy was the first game I played by them, and then they made what's the game on PS3? I'm on a blank. With the Origami Killer. I don't know why I can't remember the name of this game. Help me out, guys, in the chat. They made that game, and then they made Detroit Become Human. I feel like those guys are closer to what a Hollywood director who makes video games would kind of do than Metal Gear. Like, those games are so weird at times. Quantic Dream, yes. What was Heavy Rain? Thank you, Cornelius. Heavy Rain. I don't know why I can't remember that game, because I really liked it a lot. And there was another one, Beyond Two Souls, right? Which I didn't like as much. But they make, to me, they're the Hollywood studio of video games. Not Kojima, but I feel like he feel like he is, because he hobnobs with like Guillermo del Toro and certain actors and stuff like that, and he's cool with them. But his stories to me aren't on that Hollywood type of level, or a movie, a big movie, tentpole movie type of level. So where Heavy Rain, Beyond Two Souls, Detroit Become Human, those feel more like if a movie was a game. Those feel like closer to that to me. So, all right, I'm gonna get out of here. I'm just babbling on now, but I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. This one was a little disjointed because I started off demoing a game, but next time will be more. Next time will be more. What am I looking for? Traditional as far as my tea talks go. Mr. T. See, it's Mizzah Tee. Mizzah, which is actually a name, I believe it's Arabic, or it's Middle Eastern anyway, and it means like strong-minded or strong-willed or something. And T, T-E-E, not Mr. T. That's the parody. So if you can't even get that right, I don't know if I want to. What's your infinite? I don't even love for. What is that even? You can't. You got to write a complete sentence. If you want me to quote you, bot guy. I mean, I know who you are. So I don't know why. Why do people do that stuff? Why do they like make these accounts and pretend to be somebody else? And I'm pretty good at like understanding people's nuances and what they do. I'm pretty good at figuring out, oh, this is just your other account. It's not that difficult. Just looking at the way you comment and stuff, and it's very similar to your other account's comments. So I'm just gonna roll on with that. I don't get it. Find something better to do. There's a lot more things you could be doing. Name yourself after a hot babe. Yeah, good for him. Yeah, so I'm out of here. Thanks you guys for joining the stream. Really appreciate that. Like I said, if you're interested, if you want to see my face more, my beautiful face, even though somebody tried to call me because I put up my song the other couple days ago, and it was like a picture of me from like 16 years ago, and somebody was like, "Oh, what happened to you?" Because I don't look as studly as I used to 16 years ago. I got a little, I get my body got a little bit more merged with the dad, the dad bod. Am I confusing you, Yujiro? Maybe I'm confusing you with somebody else. It's very possible. Can you rephrase your question? Because I don't really understand it. Um, uh, what was I saying? Oh yeah, he was trying to call me saying I don't look as studly. It was a dude saying I don't look as studly as I used to look 16 years ago. It made me feel kind of sad. It's like I gotta get my gym back on. I gotta get back into my get back on my treadmill and stuff. Get my workout on. I mean, there's only so much you can't fight nature. you know. Hope maybe he's gonna look the same in 16 years. I don't know. Good luck to you, bro. But yeah, thanks for joining, guys. If you care to help me reach the goals of, getting a bigger audience and doing these, things that I want to do, cooler things that I want to do with the channel, go ahead and join, become a member, join the Patreon or whatever. I'm saying whatever because I don't know if do you join the Patreon and I guess you support it. But that's the kind of stuff that's going to give me more time because I'm in a situation where I can pick my projects, like my editing projects. And right now while I'm at school teaching, that's what my focus is mostly on. I mean, it's mostly 60-40 as far as 60 going to my business, video editing, and then 40 going to school. But I can cut back if I don't have to rely so much on that. But this is very early. Just get the word out there. That's what I want. Engage with the channel more. Hit the like button. That's what I care about the most. We'll worry about that stuff at another time. If it does start to grow where I can say, all right, well, I'm going to do this full time or, at least part time. And not do what a lot of these other guys do, which is get lazier the bigger they get. I don't understand. All right, so you're Jiro. Yeah, my bad. I thought now I know who I'm talking about. It wasn't you, but he has a similar kind of icon that you have. It's not the same, and that's what I was mostly paying attention to. What's your affinity love for Nintendo? It's a simple question. Is it? What's your affinity? Infinity. Oh. I don't understand. It's not simple. I don't understand the premise of my infinity love. I've talked about liking the Nintendo's philosophy. I like how their philosophy with creating games. I talked about how, like, one of my favorite Zelda games was not a planned game. Link's Awakening was not a game that they planned on making. A lot of companies go into, well, what can we do? What's the best game to pick for us to make the most money off of? And not that Nintendo doesn't want money, because they do, obviously. But it was just one guy. Was it Tanabe? I think it was Tanabe messing around with the Game Boy, and he wanted to make because he had ideas for A Link to the Past that that I think Miyamoto didn't want in A Link to the Past. And so he had these ideas, and he just started messing around with Game Boy and started making his own Zelda game on Game Boy. He was just messing around, and then like other people would notice him in the office. He was doing this in his free time. He wasn't getting paid extra or anything for it. And other people noticed it and they were like, "Oh, that's pretty good." And when they got to a point where they could pitch it, they pitched it to Nintendo, and Nintendo was like, "Yeah, let's do that." And that doesn't happen a lot in any business where the company is willing to take the ideas of lower level people. And he was lower at that time. He wasn't like who he is now, because he was only with the company for a few years at that point. He was working under people, and so I think Koizumi helped. He stepped in, and he was the one that was a fan of Twin Peaks. And you know, if you know Twin Peaks, it makes a lot of sense with the whole dream-like nature of a Link to the Link's Awakening. That idea came to pass, and just it's a very different Zelda game than the other games. It's similar in top down and all that kind of stuff, but a lot of stuff from it came out of that. So my point is, like, I like the organic nature of how Nintendo makes their games. I get frustrated with it because they feel like they can't make just another version of a game that we want, like F-Zero. Everybody wants F-Zero, where they're like, well, there's nothing, new that we can bring to it, basically. But sometimes people just want another version, another entry and installment. So, but I like that they care about that stuff in their game design. They care about gameplay more than they care about, top of the line visuals. They spend more time on that stuff. And as long as they do that, and I'm like, it's not just about a name. It's not, oh, I love that name. No, it's the philosophy of the company itself, and the way they make games, and the creative nature of their games, and how they care about stuff that I care about in games. They speak to me. It's like a film director. Certain film directors speak to me. James Cameron, dude, speaks to me. Robert Rodriguez, not so much in his films, but in his philosophy, speaks to me. So it's no different than that. I don't know. It's weird when you come to video games, people get all bent out of shape about that. But you can love Marvel, and nobody questions you. It's like, wow, nobody says, what's up with your infinite love of Marvel? Nobody does that. But only in video games it gets weird, and I don't get that. I have a love of DC as well. Superman is my favorite superhero of all time. I love Camaros, and nobody gets weirded out when you say that. I'm from New York. I'm a huge New York sports fan. I love my Giants. I love my Knicks, even though they suck. I love my Yankees. So, but only when it comes to video games, it gets, oh my God, how can you infinitely like something? It's cultural as well, So, Nintendo was that company when I was becoming a gamer. So, really, Superman? Are you being sarcastic, or yeah, Superman? Because he epitomized like that when I was a kid. He was just like that true blue hero that everybody loved. He had all these cool powers where he could fly and all that stuff, and so that's why I get into it. That's why he was my guy, and he just I just grew up with him, and he changed. He became more mature, and his he wasn't just a kind of a one note guy. He never was, because he had Clark Kent, where he could explore other aspects of his personality. So I think people who question people like Superman have a incomplete what am I looking for? Incomplete idea of what Superman is, and if you're just watching him from movies, then you don't know. Let's see, J Biggs, New York is in the house, no doubt. J Biggs, DC needs to release the Static Shock movie already. I'm with you, Afro. At least a TV show. Can we get a TV show? I would rather have that than Black Lightning. I would rather have Static Shock. he epitomizes. I'm not gonna get into all that. Um, let's see. 3 or 4 games I remember playing. You could say that about a lot of superheroes. He's an alien. Like, how could he? I don't know. 3 of the 4 first games I remember playing. He was a guy. He's a guy that come. It bothers me. He's a guy that came from humble beginnings. He's a kid that grew up on a farm. He had all these powers that he couldn't use, that he had to suppress, and he was dealing with all kinds of stuff, being bullied, and all kinds of stuff. I don't know your version of Superman. Let's see. Yeah, I'm gonna get out of here. But anyway, yeah. So what was I saying? Yeah. So thank you guys for joining. I'm gonna try to keep up the volume of videos here. Hopefully, I'll be back next week, same time. I was always the Batman guy. Yeah, man. Like Batman is like, it's like Superman, and Batman is like right there. So I just, as a young kid, there was no Batman movie for me. When I was a kid, there was Superman. There was a show. I didn't really like the Batman show. Even when I was a kid, I thought it was cheesy. I was more into even the old George Reeve Superman TV show, and the movie, obviously Superman 78, which is amazing. It's still one of my favorite superhero movies. What was I saying? Oh yeah, so he was first, and then for me it started with movies, because I, as a young kid, I didn't buy comics. I didn't get into comics until I was like maybe 12, 13, 14. So for me it was movies, and so Superman and then Batman, and that's how it worked, and it just kind of stayed that way. So but yeah, and then the TV Batman, the animated series, greatness. So yeah, that's it, guys. Thanks again for joining. I'll see you next time. Cross plug, my kids have a YouTube channel as well. I just kind of started with theirs. So if you have kids who watch YouTube, send them on over there. Have them check it out. See if it's something they like. They got a slime video. My daughter loves slime and slime videos. Who doesn't, right? Everybody, all these kids love this stuff. So she's got her own, and that's going to be up probably tomorrow. So, yeah. So if you have kids, send them on over there. And yeah, that's it. Thanks again, guys. I think I thanked you guys for like 20 times already. Trying to get out of here. I will see you fools next time. And peace.